Go. Oop. Still on that big screen. Here we go. So, hey, welcome. This is your boy Norman. This is Twisted Out Detail, Detailing After Dark. Just doing another video. This one I think is the most important for a lot of people in wet climates. Just had a client today. I literally did this. It's artillery moss or shotgun fungus, stuff like that. Has a couple different names, but those are the two main ones. This is important, I think, for even detailers or DIY car enthusiasts, whatever, to know about this type of fungus. It's not deadly. It doesn't kill people. It damages inanimate objects that it clings to. I had a customer today. I had to deal with that. Uh, the real name is artillery fungus, one of the most annoying, stubborn, paint damaging contaminants you'll ever find on your vehicle. This is as bad as acid rain. Because acid rain, at least you just go run through a car wash. This, you can take it through a car wash and it still might not even come off. It might soften it. That is like the best case scenario with hot water. Um, this you have to use hot water. Now, what I mean by hot, McDonald's, you consume McDonald's hot is the best option that I can like even give it. Um, you know, rest in peace to that lady that that got burnt by the coffee. Sorry, it was way back in the day. She got burnt. She got spilled on her neck or something like that. Sued him. Anyways, back to this. I have my notes over here, so I stop going on random tangents. I like to go on tangents. I like to give little stories, Apple facts, stuff like that. Um, yeah, artillery fungus, also known as shotgun fungus. It's tiny wood decay. That lives in mulch, damp landscaping, and shaded areas. Majority northern climates because we like our trees, we like our woods, we like our grass, we like the mulch. Um, we'll even put like tree logs in front of our house for more woodsy stuff like that. If these get wet enough and they start dying, like decaying and start rotting away, this stuff comes in. Um, see, pull up something here. So this is what they look like. They look like those. So these things right there, the white one is not popped yet. These point at light, sunlight, glass, white. Like they, for some reason, that what they said is that they're attracted to, uh, preferably on light color surface. These spores can go, and they go up to 20 feet away. Wild. Fungus is found mainly in wood chip mulch, but also decaying fallen trees and other rotted wood, as well as in animal dung. Ooh, that's don't get some boo on your car. Uh, Luckily, these bodies don't develop in 78 degrees because it probably starts to dry them out. Or yeah, the longer the stains remain on the surface, the more difficult it will be to clean. Uh, Scraping followed by soap and hot water because basically the outside is like basically wax to where it's pervious to actually get through and be able to scrape it off easily. Yeah, for sort of house paint, dude. It's a wrap. You almost, I would not say. Um, Insurance wise, you can get insured. If it does damage the paint to get that hand. But yeah, I did pressure wash this. I mean, I use chemicals that regular people can't even buy. I had to give them my EIN just to be able to qualify for some of the chemicals that are out there. And then I had to, go through a little bit of training. I had to sign off on a lot. I have certificates in chemicals just to be able to handle a lot more sophisticated things that come through my shop. How to prevent artillery fungus? You have to damn near just remove all the wood. If you see it in your wood spot, it doesn't give a clear description on like the radius that it's infected. I would say 2 feet on each side. So wherever it's sitting, 2 feet one way, 2 feet the other, and throw all that away. Because if you take it, it's like a dandelion. If you take it and you remove it, and you did not remove all of it, then it will grow back tenfold. That is the downside if you mess that up. This is what artillery fungus. Ooh, maybe I can. Nope. Why does it gotta be always this difficult? Man, it's always difficult to, you know. That's what it looks like. It's these black dots. Um, you can't even rub them off with like skin of your hand. You have to scrape them. You have to nail them off, and it's such a pain in the butt. Spent, let's see, started it at 1. I didn't get done till 4:30. 3.5 hours just to do the exterior of a car, and the majority of the time was spent getting this off with this bad boy, classic razor, and I had to change them up all the time because even these get damaged by the. It wasn't specifically this company, but these are the blades I use. Mine are yellow. It doesn't matter how they are. Maybe they do. Maybe there's other ones that are like harder, but you want to go with actually a soft plastic. That way, if you scratch the paint, you can easily buff it out. What you know, it bonds. It's stronger than sap and tar. So the longer you leave this on, it's the stronger it's gonna get. Um, if you have to end up scrubbing it, you're damage your paint. You're gonna have to get a professional done. The longer you leave it on there and then you finally take it off, it etches. Uh, I mean, you have to. The sun bakes it into the clear coat. So, because as the sun gets hot and you notice your car doors, your car panels get hotter, this stuff will just start keep soaking in to the surface it's on. Shell becomes harder. Removing is riskier. Um, you will need to get this your car compound and polished. There's not a maybe. It is yes. If a detailer looks at this on your car and it's been there for plus 3 days, I'll give it 3 days. They need to compound it once they're done getting it all off. There's not an if and or but or maybe. We can play it by ear. No, they have to buff your car. There's no other thing about it. Um, it's just a basic. The longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to take. It is what it is. You know. Can you do this from home? He asked me that question earlier. I wouldn't doubt somebody's going to ask me that question here. You can. Now, have you dealt with enough exterior car problems before at a detailer's level or at a auto body shop where it's like you had to remove car, yellow paint? People are driving over medians and stuff. The white paint that they spray to section off lanes. You haven't even dealt with that. This is another level. This is a whole different ball game. And now I'm just gonna go into that you have to. Most people make the mistakes of using their fingernails, magic eraser, scrubbing with pressure, acetone or WD-40. Acetone strips clear coat, meaning it will strip your car paint, so don't do it. WD-40 will still strip your car paint, but it will do it at a much slower than acetone. Understanding not to let chemicals dry on the paint, using the wrong blades, as I showed you. You need to be using plastic, nothing else. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's just, let me see how much I want to pay. I mean, I had to spend money. Uh, Where is it? Trying to find out if I'm telling the truth on the price of this stuff. Actually, it's a 1 gallon, 100. Oh, I think it was like 80, like 86, 87, but with shipping to get to Alaska. Yeah, 1 gallon is $65, some change, or it is $65. So I just double checked it because I didn't want to, feed you bull crap. Um, and I literally lowered the temperature in my garage just to allow this to set at the maximum 4 to 5 minutes while using hot water to make sure it mixes with this cleaner thoroughly. Let it sit, and then I pressure washed it off with a 15 point just to see what I can get off with that. Then I did a second pre soak. I use LA Totally Awesome. It's a great chemical. It's like $12, $13 at Home Depot. And I use it for blood cleanup because I do a lot more aggressive cleans with hydrogen peroxide. 30%, 35% I have at my shop. My tar remover is by, was it Orange King tar remover. I totally forgot what that. Citrus King. How much is that? And that's one product. Let's see, Citrus King extraction. Start updating. So I hate it when people update their website and then it just changes everything. 1 gallon, $95. Hold on, let me just so you know I'm not bull shanking you. Bam, $95. I have this. I have this one in my hands. This stuff is also flammable because of how potent it is. I mean, people use it for lift stations, removes tar and asphalt, dissolves styrofoam. This stuff is not child's play. Uh, don't buy it. Like I tell people all the time, I mean, look at this. For STS, please call or email just to get the SDS on this stuff. If you have to, call them to figure out how potent this is. Do not. Do not buy. But it's great stuff. If you're a professional detailer and you deal with tar, all that kind of stuff, this is great. Or if you're an enthusiast that is that has good precision, then go for it. But I had to do one pre-soak, second pre-soak, this tar remover, and then go on to my plastic blade. And then I clay barred, and then I still had the essence of them on that Jeep after clay bar, where then I went back with my tar remover, resprayed the car, and then I used a neutral pH bounce car soap to make sure if there's any tar, this orange cleaner on there, I used that to make sure it diluted and took off the tar, just to make sure my customer's car is protected. And then they say, and then people be like, oh, you just have to like spot, buff, and polish. No, buff the entire car. It will look so off, weird if you're doing spots. It's crazy. And then I did the buff, and then I did a nice polish because that's what you're supposed to do. How to protect your car? Ceramic coating is the best. People go with graphene spray, stuff like that. That's cool. Car cover, I personally believe in full heartedly. If you live near neighbors that like to have rotted wood, that don't really pay attention, they do all this dumb stuff, car cover. Just throw it on when you get home. You don't have to deal with it. and they'll cling to that. And I'll tell you right now, it's better to have to buy a new car cover. How much are car cover prices? Where's dang, some of these are ridiculous. 600. Let's see what this hero car cover is. Do you have somebody just shows up to just put this? Oh, it just looks like your car. That is super. I'm not even trying to be rude here. Car cover. No, just a basic car cover. Dumb. I like the flag one. Trying to cover your car. Yeah. Waterproof, 225. I'll tell you right now, me to do black spot removal like this stuff, it's 400, 450. That's this is a no-brainer. Buy one of these, roll it up in the back of your car, and I tell people with nice cars, BMWs, Lexus, uh, Cadillacs, my high-end customers, I tell them, hey, you need to buy one of your car covers, keep it in your trunk. That way, if the weather looks bad, you're you're near a hospital that uses wood mulch. Like I've been around this stuff years and having to take care of it for years. And I tell them, hey, 225, put this on when your car is parked. The worst you're gonna have is spores down here, on the bottom of the tire. It's not even gonna be a worry in your eyes because it's not even gonna be an eyesore because they're black. They're not gonna damage anything. They're just gonna stay there next to you till you get just blow those off. Um, but that's really it. Like that's the step. Pre-soaking, using the right detergents. Can't just be using bleach. Can't just be using Dawn dish soap, because you'll damage your car faster uh, than you can damage the spores. Professional detailer is a must. I wish I could say just do it at home, but you can't. Uh, Not safely. I mean, you're gonna unless you're a enthusiast, then maybe you can. You can try and just go have a detailer buff it out later. Then with that, like that's really it. If you has black spots in Anchorage, just reach out if you have questions, comments, or concerns. I have no problem talking over the phone. I earn my clients. I do not poach customers, clients. I want to have I'm a quality detail shop, not no skeezy sleazy one. I guess I don't know. I've heard they're out there. I haven't personally dealt with one. I haven't really talked to any. Uh, but there you go. Otherwise, that wraps up tonight's Detail After Dark session on artillery fungus. Hopefully, you learned a lot and peace.